Do you remember the moment where you found out that you guys were nominated for 3 Grammys for that album? So I know, it's not about judging what music is better than other music, and it's not about the awards, it's about the craft itself. But man, the Grammys are so prestigious. Most people will never get nominated for 1 Grammy. You guys got nominated for 3 at the same time. Was that a special moment for you, or it's just, oh, it's something else that's just kind of validating what we're doing?
Well, I think when you win awards and um, something like the Grammys comes up, I mean, you're right. The Grammys are the pinnacle. When you have Grammy attached to your name, uh, that means that some pretty heavy people have recognized your efforts. And so going to the Grammys and being part of that whole thing was a pretty neat experience. Doubly for me, actually triple, but doubly because when I sat in my seat, you get assigned a seat, and then you have a car pick you up at the hotel, and you go in and you walk the red carpet, and people look at you like you're somebody, and I'm a drummer, and you go in, and I sat down in my seat, and I turned around, and directly behind me was Chick Corea. Now, in the pop world, Chick Corea might not be something, but in the jazz world, Chick Corea is pretty much at the top of the heap in terms of recognition and accomplishments. And I turned around, and what's Chick Corea doing at the Grammys? Like, this is so awesome. And he's sitting behind me, and I turned and I had a chat with him, and he talked to me like I was his best friend. And what was the name of the band that Beyonce was in? The three girls,
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child. Well, they did
Wow.
the opening tune at the Grammys, and I, in all my years, had never heard that kind of volume with such clarity. It was amazing. And I, would I say that I'm a Destiny's Child fan? Oh, well, probably not. But I sure was that day. And I thought, does this only happen at the Grammys? Is that this kind of quality?
They had the
Uh,
best sound engineers in the world working on that
yeah,
one,
like
I guess.
no expense spared, right? It be and for me, walking around the Grammys and all the Grammy parties and the way that they do things was they say, there's a reason. And that afternoon at the Grammy party, because we did a little thing that night. I mean, I was hanging. I mean, for me, this was the thing. I was with Aretha Franklin. I was hanging out with Aretha Franklin. Like, she gave me a big hug, and for me, just because of the period that I grew up in, I'm hanging out with Aretha Franklin. And don't laugh, but equally fascinating for me was I was also hanging out with Kenny G. And Kenny G was like the kindest, most soft-spoken human being. We exchanged, I don't know, words over 20 minutes or so. But I was like, wow, what a nice human being that is. And then of course I would go back and I'm standing with Aretha Franklin. How awesome is this? And then you realize that this is a party which is designed for in the industry for the best of the best. And we got to participate in it. We never regarded ourselves as the best of the best. We were very grateful that we were able to hang out and be in that room with the best of the best. And I would say that hanging out at the Grammys, or that period of point in time, was where we were able to maybe say, maybe we have done something. Maybe we've really accomplished something here. Maybe we've brought something big to the table.